Hey guys, and welcome back to another Moveset Guide Analysis video. And today, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, we are going after my man. We're going after the woman. Checkmate. We got Bisharp, the Bishop, up in this bitch today. And let me tell you guys, I'm really excited to do this video. Bisharp is one of my favorite Pokemon. Forgive me if I'm a little biased towards some of these sets. Not only it's because I've used them personally and I've had a lot of success with them in the past, but it's also because I've tested it a little bit. I've done a little theory modding and like damage calcs and everything like that. So yeah, let's get right into it. So first up we got here, we have Lumberry. Now, you could put black glasses on this instead if you really wanted to. I like Lumberry, especially in a situation where, just as an example, right? Like, let's say you set up a Swords Dance and your opponent burns you. Let's say it's just like an absolute freak accident, right? It's like, oh, well, Skull didn't kill, but like, oh, well, Skull burnt me, right? Well, it's like, oh, great. Well, I have my Lumberry there to activate. So let's say that Toxapex went for that Skull, right? And it's like, oh crap, wait, Lumberry there. You get the +2 knockoff into like a +2 unboosted knockoff, right? To do a lot of damage to that Toxapex. It's also really nice as well. Bisharp can be outplayed though, especially when it comes to Sucker Punch. So do be prepared to go for stuff like Iron Head or knockoff for your opponent. If you think that your opponent is going to predict your Sucker Punches, just because I've gotten into those matches where, Sucker Punch is my only way to win. One Sucker Punch in, I'm going straight for the Iron Head as they try and go for a status move. So you got to try and read your opponent and how they're going to like predict you to play it. But Iron Head, Sucker Punch, knockoff as a D. Again, black glasses can be ran here. Darkinium Z could be run as well. And if we just quick move in to the damage calc here, just pulling up Bisharp in general. Now, you will see that Bisharp, they like to say, oh, Adamant Bisharp is the way to go. I like... Oh, Christ. Notifications. Sorry, guys. I like Adamant Bisharp. I really, really do. It's a really great mod because, especially, let's take, for example, Mew. Speed Mew is run nowadays to outpace Zygarde with, like, max speed neutral. This is how much an Adamant knockoff does with the Dread Plate. This is how much an unboosted Black Hole Eclipse would do to a Mew. Not that a Mew would fucking stay in anyways. Oh, sorry, that's with the Dread Plate. My bad. But like, you're still KOing, right? Jolly, on the other hand, you get the guaranteed KO after rocks, and that's where I feel a lot of people are torn. I personally think that Jolly's just the way to go, especially in a matchup where you say you need that extra speed late in the game. It's like, oh, well, maybe this Mew isn't fast. Maybe it's not running timid. Maybe it's bold with 16 speed and the rest in defense or whatever, like max HP, 240 defense, or whatever, something like that. This Black Hole Eclipse isn't killing, but it's also like, in that case of Adamant Bisharp, well, 240 speed will outspeed you. I don't think is necessarily, again, the best way to think about it, but at the same time, that's why I like Lumberry. Because if they're thinking, oh, well, I'm going to be faster than this thing, you get to +2, and then that knockoff is doing absolutely ridiculous damage. That is how you can surprise your opponents, and that's why I really personally like Lumberry more than I do, say, Black Glasses, Dread Plate, really whatever, Darkinium Z. It's more that personal preference, for me at least. But really, again, it's a great set. It's a set that, can come in late game put in work. It's amazing. The other nice thing too is, and we'll get into this into like potential partners, you know, checks and counters, but the pairing with Healing Wish. So again, like if you're looking like strict at like overused or even if, like borderline really Healing Wish, well, oh, that's not what I wanted. I am amazing. Like you've got stuff like Chansey, Mega Lopunny. You do have Latias as well. You do have Mega Lati. If we're looking at borderline, not Blastoise, not Blastoise. I repeat, not Blastoise. If we're looking at it in the sense of borderline, you do have Jirachi, right? Like Choice Scarf Jirachi can help as well. Get your like basically back, get you back up to full, heal like the burn or whatever. Really solid. Defiance you will always run because you're not preventing defog, but you're really making it hard for your opponent to defog. Until Bisharp is gone, really, Bisharp is extremely tough to defog on, and that is that's really nice. Like honestly, I just see it as as an ability that is so good at deterring your opponent from defogging. Quick moving on into Bandit, not my favorite set. It's just a set that, you know, you're running Max Attack Adamant here, trying to get up a lot of damage as fast as possible. Like you could run Jolly Band, but really at that point, I personally don't see a point, because we throw a Choice Band on this bad boy. We throw a Choice Band on this thing. Jolly Choice Band, this is how much a knockoff is doing compared to an Adamant knockoff, right? Where after rocks, it's getting the KO. And that's just and that's just where I personally sit, and that's just against Mew. I just personally see it as a realistically, what would you want to go for? Would I want Lum SD or would I want Bandit? I would probably go with Lum, because Band is just a set that you could run. It's not as good as Tyranitar, just as an example. Why? Not as powerful as Tyranitar is. Two, yeah, you do have the Stone Edge. Yeah, you do have knockoff, you know, Sucker Punch, but Tyranitar does also have get access to Crunch, Stab Stone Edge, Fire Punch, Ice Punch, right? Like the list just goes on and on for Tyranitar, which is why I'm not a huge fan of Bandit, but it is an option. And to finish it off here, really with Assault Vest. This is a set that I built quite a while ago. I built it mainly because I felt like looking at some sets and everything, just looking at some Pokemon, I didn't really feel like Bisharp needed to be too offensive in a lot of cases, right? Like this is Kingdra, Specs Kingdra. This is how much Hydro Pump is doing with the Assault Vest. This is how much Surf is doing. This Specs. This is how much Rain Boost is doing. Right, you get to knock off the specs and everything like that, and then it's doing significantly less, right? And it's like without the rain, well, let's just say they're completely screwed. Like you knock off and you can just start sucker punching, right? Because they'll have no other move afterwards to really go for unless they switch out. Again, if we look at Mew, just this standard defensive set knockoff is always going to be doing some significant damage. You're pursuit trapping Latios as well. You're getting the KO with knockoff 100% of the time, even if you decided, hey, I don't want these 28 attack EVs. You're always going to you'll almost always KO Latios after Stealth Rocks with Pursuit. Sucker Punch still does a hell of a lot. Iron Head, not going to 2-hit KO really. Very rarely, but it's just nice, right? Because like this is how much Draco Meteor is doing. If we throw on a Choice Specs and throw HP Fire on here, real quick, HP Fire's not even a 2-hit KO. Draco is barely going to do anything, and I do personally think that's really important. If we just quick look at Zapdos, Roost 3 attacks, that's how much Heat Wave does with no special attack investment. That's how much it does with. Right, keep this in mind. This is max special attack. This is ridiculous. Again, it's just something I felt was really important while building. Also, one other thing that I wanted to just point out, that if we look at defensive Landorus here, really common defensive Pokemon, its Earthquake will never KO you from full. Unless it's got Rocky Helmet, then like you click knockoff and then well, shit, you're dead, whatever. But right, I personally like it. I think that, you know, it's an interesting set. If you really needed to, you could run it. Let's look at, you know, Tapu Koko real quick. Z Wild Charge will always KO with the Electrium Z. But if we're just looking at Koko as like an all-out attacker with a Life Orb, that's how much Thunderbolt does. If we bring this down to a Magnet, that's how much Thunderbolt does. And since the pivoting set is very, very good, just to get in and out with like Volt Switch, U-Turn, go for those HP Ices to beat Zygarde and Landorus. It's really, really nice. Even if we just take a quick look at Tapu Lele here, this is Specs Lele, by the way. This is a Moonblast and this is an HP Fire. Yeah, I didn't think so. You knock off their choice specs and bam, this shit's doing absolutely no damage. But why would you knock it off when you could just, you know, fucking just Iron Head it? Again, this is a set that's super situational. I don't think that this is necessarily going to be the best set. I think you could use it and maybe tweak it a little bit to help gain a little bit more defensive power and everything like that. You know, maybe get rid of this and then just like throw it all into Spidef or whatever. Really up to you. I like Lum though. I think it is the best set personally, in my opinion. But really, what are you gonna pair it with? Smeargle. Yes. Webs. Where's Sticky Web, my friend? Absolutely. You're gonna be clicking Sticky Web with this thing, right? It pairs so well with it. It's not even funny. Just getting up those webs. Latias is interesting, but I would personally say Jirachi. Why Jirachi? Jirachi is nice because you have a very lovely pivot, not uproar, my goodness. You have a very nice pivot, right? Breaking down stuff like Ferrothorn with that Fire Punch, right? You've got Iron Head to flinch things down very, very low. And then again, Healing Wish in the late game, right? To heal the burn, heal off any damage that Smeargle, Bisharp would have taken throughout the game. I think it's really, really good in that case. You do want a good fighting switch in. Any good fighting switch-ins here? No, not many. Though I do think obviously Landorus is really, really good in this regard. Landorus is really good because Landorus is really good. Landorus is number one because it's Landorus, right? You're breaking, you're whittling stuff down like Toxapex, right? You're getting up Stealth Rock. You've got a nice powerful Earthquake behind you as well. You could go with a Z move like Z Fly to break down stuff like AV Tangrowth. You could go with Rockinian Z. You could go with a Continental Crush to just absolutely murk some souls. It's beautiful. Again, whittling down Toxapex is the biggest thing, and especially when we're moving into a meta where we're going to be seeing UV Burst, UV Adhesive, and the likes of potentially UV... oh god, what's its name? The giant castle thing. UV Assembly, there we go. Adhesive, like Burst, Adhesive, and whatever else could be in the game. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, which is why I'm not going to say the names. Yes, I know them. So really, depending on where like Burst, Adhesive, and Assembly really stay or stand, who knows? This could help it out, right? And even then, you've got like a nice Choice Scarf as well to help pivot in and out, much like Jirachi. I would much prefer Jirachi. If you're looking for megas as well, stuff to like something to really just put on a lot of offensive pressure right away, might I suggest Mega Medicham, Mega Lopunny, Tapu Koko. Again, a lot of Pokemon that are gonna help whittle down everything for Bisharp itself. Now, what is Bisharp weak to, you may be wondering? How about everything? Yeah, Bisharp is extremely weak to everything. Like, let's just even bring back just SD Bishop. SD Bishop, Jolly Nature, no Dread Plate, because fuck Dread Plate. And we bring up Excadrill, okay? Alright, let's just say you're a lucky guy, you're able to get the +2. You're not always going to be KOing with that Sucker Punch, and even if after it takes that Rocks damage, which is only 6%, you still have a very low chance. And that's where Bisharp is to me. I love Bisharp to death, but especially when you're weak to the likes of Excadrill, when you can't hit Mega Tyranitar, Mega Charizard Y is a problem, Charizard X is a problem, Diancie is a problem, Dragonite can be an issue, Ferrothorn can be an issue, Garchomp's an issue. I could keep going. There are so many problems for Bisharp at the moment. Magnezone can be an issue, even if Bisharp can start hitting it really hard at +2. Like Assault Vest Magnezone is very, very good. HP Fire is going to 2-hit KO. Knockoff can do a lot. Yeah, but you need to get the +2 first. I just personally think that there's so many things that it's weak to. It's so hard to run without the proper support. And when I say proper support, I mean like you need to have Pokemon, again, like Tapu Koko, they're going to be able to pivot in and out, dealing lots of damage. To even Pokemon like, again, let's continue this list. Mega Scizor, Tangrowth, Tapu Bulu, Tapu Fini, Toxapex, even getting rid of Toxapex, Volcarona, Zapdos, Zygarde, Venusaur. Oh my god. It really sucks, because as much as I love Bisharp, it has a lot of checks. Yeah, Mega Venusaur is not running a lot of speed, but Mega Venusaur can run HP Fire and does run HP Fire to deal with Ferrothorn. So yeah, it's a Pokemon that, again, I love. I think it has a great place in the OU tier if you can support it. If you can't, it will suck. Yeah, you know, you may go up against those players that are like, alright, you know what, he set up a Swords Dance, whatever, and you may be able to go off. But again, I think you need Pokemon to support it. Overall, even Assault Vested, like, it's great as a nice Pokemon to knock things off, but Kartana, clicking Sacred Sword, goodbye. Keldeo, clicking Secret Sword, goodbye. Like, offensive Landorus clicking Earthquake, goodbye. Mega Lopunny, High Jump, you get the point, I assume, by this point. So, again, Bisharp's really, really good. As always, if you did like this video, leave a like down below. I do really appreciate it. You guys have been awesome in general. Like, how many I'm actually gonna check that right now on my phone. Even while I was recording, I don't know if you guys saw it, the notification pop up, but like, we are now at 32 subs. We're at 32 subscribers, and I love, like, you guys are all awesome. Like, I really do hope you guys enjoy these videos. I love making them. It gives me a chance to really get back into the game, because I'm really trying to get back into it. I've been trying to play other games like Mario Odyssey, been trying to friggin' finish Breath of the Wild. I've been trying to play a lot of games. So I do hope you guys enjoy the work that I'm putting in here. But again, as always, if you liked it, leave a like down below. Let me know what kind of Bisharp sets that you guys like to use as well. I'm always interested in hearing these as well, mostly because this isn't just me telling you what's good or what, in my opinion, is good, especially in the Smogon format. But I also want to hear what you guys use in the Smogon format, or what you guys use for Bisharp in general. Because again, I don't consider this just my voice. I want to hear your voices as well. So guys, once again, thank you so much for watching. You guys are all awesome. I'll see you guys next time when we look at oh boy, Fat Mama herself, and that ain't Chansey. This is still, baby. Alright, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.
Let's go.